Let's lock in, baby. 9 to 5. Workers versus streamer debate. What is harder? They gonna troll the entire time.
How are you gonna disrespect your mom like that, dude?
She is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so you're
So it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job is a
You would have to go to work.
Went to school, and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked.
That's your choice.
You're high. You're hungover.
That's what I'm playing video games. I play video games on my spare time.
I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
Oh, damn. That's sad. That's always, though, what happens when it turns into a job. When you just start doing what works, but that's about it.
Okay. All right, so my argument here
Really?
is that
That's crazy.
streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Facts.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the motherfucking bullshit job, and slave for fucking pennies.
See, that's the thing is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up, you go, you flip some patties, sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation, you have to be on your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
When you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We have to deal with thousands, tens of thousands of people critiquing every little thing we do, every decision we make, every thought we have.
You guys got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have to go sign a few envelopes and put them in a mailbox. We have
got
to
it gravy, bro.
What's the next trend? What's the next idea? Oh my God, I have to stream today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
and you have lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7. You got high energy 24/7.
I wish I could be at home like you and get back and get paid big money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around. We're walking around doing things, going to parties, doing all this stuff.
I got to slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I got to work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a steady rate.
You're not guaranteed?
I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as that.
Yeah, but you have a guaranteed
pay if you work. That's your decision if you don't want to work.
I got to work at the job for years.
If I don't go live, I don't get paid either.
We don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have people in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is frustrating. We don't like this.
You don't got to deal with people spamming L's.
Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F this 9 to 5 shit.
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat, whatever.
That's your homeboys, though.
I get called fat.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy, you right. But check this out. My nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think she's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing a flag.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer
suck at explaining.
because we suck at explaining things.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did that?
Because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day, get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
We deal with children every day, too.
We deal with tens of thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't
Do you
go
not
out in
know who the
public
Lacey
without 10
Thugs are?
kids coming up asking for a picture. Do you know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that special?
That is difficult.
How long do you think this is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this is going to last forever?
I hope so. You just proved my point for me.
It'd be like,
don't
I
have
already
that
made more
security
money
that's
than
gonna
you've
last
ever made in your
forever.
life.
Having a
So I
job,
mean,
being a
That's why you
cook,
gotta grind.
you
I should
have
be
that
good, right?
security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. I don't know. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get up.
No, I'm asking
Trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him.
Trigger
what
warning.
What would you do? If you lost completely all your YouTubers,
Trigger
you had
warning
nothing.
job.
No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to
watch
do?
me?
You would have to actually have to go to work. Oh my God, did I just cuss at you?
That's
If I did lose all my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
Okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though and sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers.
So now he has to. Now he has to. Now his life has to suck.
You would have to
proving my
turn
point. You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there. You could
be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook.
That's not really a
You
cook.
go cook for another school.
She was a plate. She was a plate warmer.
I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight
She
your
was a
Lacey.
plate
It's the
warmer.
truth.
That bitch is a plate warmer for 15 years.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 local cans. I gotta make sure, like I gotta make sure I get the 4 local can. And
Not to mention,
work.
It ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you,
From
Rhonda.
35 years ago,
What does that mean?
I decided to go to nursing school
Okay.
because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved
Tight shit.
fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, people didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3.
How that make sense? How does that make sense? You have a proven success plan already marked out for you. All you have to do is show up and be there. You can show up every day and stream every day of your life and make TikToks and never make it. I'm not that argument is not like a whether it's harder or not. It's like more or less on like a luck based thing. I don't know. Like streaming is definitely like the mental stress that goes on to you from working a job. I feel like is just it's more stressful because there's a lot of like when you become a streamer, it's not really like there's no like down, what do you call it? Like it feels bad when you do some dumb shit at like say you go work a job, right? Say you go get a job. The things that make you have to get a job are different than the things that make you go streaming. Like if you have the luxury of being able to say like, I'm going to have this time off and I'm going to spend it streaming, that's like a luxury of life. There's no argument in it. You know what I'm saying? Like having to work a 9 to 5, it's just so much more that goes into that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're like the debate. This is a joke. I hope people understand that. That's more or less what I'm getting to is like, it's an argument. It's like one of those arguments that you make with your friends where you're like, hey, let's just argue about some shit that obviously we know like what the real outcome of these things are. But you know what I mean? You see what I'm getting at here?
7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
You get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done
You
it?
get spoiled. You get spoiled. And your mama and daddy keep giving it to you.
I got a question for Rhonda. I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda,
Yes.
have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30 days straight, 24 hours a day.
Day and night. No break.
We all streamed.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
You know how
day
hard
were
it is
you a registered
to
nurse?
have.
When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad?
Trays, you short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now,
It's fake
think
on
about
social
this.
media.
Think about this. Imagine
That
every
is
little
the
person. We
whole
call them
question.
parasocials. They judge your relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging you.
I got caught with my ex.
I got caught with my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring
Wait a
about what
second.
people think and what they say about you, do you?
Wait a second.
Do
What?
you? And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think, social media, what they say about
Because
you.
that's our
job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery Like when you're helping with, the doctor, et cetera, or a 24-hour stream?
24-hour open service.
Oh, brother.
Short-handed.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
We're saving thousands. You're saving one is crazy work. This is the most insane.
All right, so you said
I love how they
30-day
kept
subathon,
these
right?
jokes up.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
face team?
your producers.
Is he part
all
of the
these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
Well, that's bad takes.
That's bad takes. That's bad takes. That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
I would even go as far to say as every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 months, I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
Why is she laughing? Bro, she's making me mad.
She was a cafeteria worker.
I actually feel like they're wrong.
She was a cafeteria worker. None of these niggas got hard jobs. I'm waiting to hear somebody. The RN might be like the hardest job, honestly.
All right,
Chris. They do have very weird schedules.
Job is not harder than what you do.
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay.
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier
Yeah.
because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%. You have security.
Talk about raises.
Makes it easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah, when you go to
guaranteed.
work every day, everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid regularly? Is that what you...
well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9-to-5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9-to-5. If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
So
he
according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay. That's one aspect of it.
Working
right?
at Foot Locker, working at a job like Panera or wherever Lacey is easier than a streamer, yes, because a streamer you have to come up with ideas, you have to stay relevant.
We're talking about ideas now. Okay,
Yeah,
we're
what do you-
talking about pay.
Okay, so what do you want to
that's
start with
one
though?
way that
But it
it's
doesn't
easier.
make. But you're
What
not
the
even.
fuck is
you're
this
not
old-
even-
what is this
You
nigga
keep
talk-
switching it. So why don't
I'm
you
not
answer my
switching
question?
anything.
Yeah, you 100% are. So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what
Stuff
is
that you need
difficult.
creativity. You need to
Okay.
get out of your circle, comfort
Sure.
zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that you're
Absolutely, yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this is
yeah,
entertainment.
entertainment
But
as
my
a
question
job
to you
doesn't have
is
any
why?
guarantees. Absolutely.
So do you
It's a
truthfully
lot
sit here and
harder.
think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that? I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example.
Yeah.
Is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying the word hard means to you. Because
In the
there's
sense
hard
of everyday
physically,
activity, because
there's
some
hard-
people around here said, "Oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m." Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
When
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone,
Okay.
you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, oh, we're not doing it anymore? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing. Tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are
Yeah, they
actually
gotta get
doing
another
your
arg- they gotta
job
get another
for
person.
however many number of hours
'Cause
that you
he's
are
kinda helping the
talking and
argument, I'm not
typing
gonna lie.
and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me
Yeah,
out.
go ahead.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye.
Seeing a lot of flags.
What is the OnlyFans girl gonna tell us about
executive
this?
assistant.
You're right. You're right.
Everything, yeah, you got me. You got me. You got me. You got me.
So you guys were talking about the mental aspect, and I thought that was really interesting because as someone who works a 9 to 5, technically it's a 10 to 6, but I still have to clock in a certain amount of time. I come home, I'm too tired to cook. Fortunately, I have a beautiful girlfriend that does all of that stuff for me when I get home, but if I didn't, I would have to cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about...
Is this bitch crazy, bro? Is this bitch insane? And I be here every day, locked in, after working my 9 to 5. After working my 9 to 5. And I still get off here and have to upload the video. It's 3 a.m. right now. I end the streams during the week at 1, 2 a.m. And then still be up till 4 or 5 a.m. uploading and editing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's she talking about? She not making sense. And then I still go to work and at what, 8 o'clock? So I'm laying down for 2 hours. Sometimes I come home, nap for an hour and a half, then get on the stream. Like, it's like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? It's all about what you want out of life. You either get it or you don't, bitch ass nigga.
How it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you
berated.
been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other
So
opportunities.
you're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just so I can answer a couple. So you're saying like to go back to the beginning, you're saying like you can manage like your time with like relationship. Was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home. Like
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would
so
have
I'll
been
give you
able
a
to do it
perfect
without.
example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right?
Yeah.
I lost everything, fell off completely. About to myself. It's a real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9 to 5 worker has been there.
So
That's
going
why.
back to what you said, how you have a support system, I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my, like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was
You
losing.
were in the red every month.
I was in the
I
red
got
every
you.
single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so alone
whammy.
across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she laughing, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4
was a
years you
bad
started
counter-argument.
streaming, you had no income.
Terrible
How are you
counter-argument.
able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege.
It is.
But my mom. How's that privilege? Before you
It's
go there?
privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live with me.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't, and they have to
What
take
is that?
9
That's
to
a whole different
5s.
discussion. So
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
a
of
whole
people
different.
don't-
It's a whole different discussion, bro. Like I can't be having arguments with people whose parents don't even love them. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't get the love you needed as a child, so like you come here and now I'm supposed to like listen to you and understand what you got to say. That sucks. I'm sorry your parents hated you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry that your parents had you and then like you were not awesome enough to where they thought, damn, I should work for something and really do something with my life to where my child can actually respect what I went through and I can also give them all the opportunities that they need to be successful in life. Like, I'm sorry that your parents didn't do that for you, and that sucks. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they had other shit going on that they had to deal with. They didn't really give a shit about you. You know what I'm saying? You were an accident, and that sucks. I'm sorry you went through that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here to tell you that you need to stop lashing out. You know what I'm saying? Don't lash out because you weren't loved. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be loved, but the fact that you're living with so much of value, like the only thing that you're giving and running with and like the coat that you wear every day is like, I wasn't loved, so I need to tell everybody else that like they can't live how they're living because my life sucks. You need to take that off and understand that like we all going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Understand that. Lock in, gang. All right? Do better for yourself so that you don't got to be thinking about how shitty your parents were. Roger?
Don't have houses
A lot of
When they
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5?
families that support them or accept
But that's a
them.
whole different conversation. What does that have to do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So
the
how did you move to
opportunity-
LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a
Oh my God, bitch, you moved into Santa Monica, California, across the country with your moms. Like, your moms was able to take you across the country and start a life in California, where you started then getting the privilege of making social media and working with brands at a young age. Like, what the fuck are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now? What conversation are we having? Your argument is futile. Both of our arguments are horrible, but you have to understand that yours sucks more because you're actually getting into it.
trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing's secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day,
Yeah.
even if
Let's
you
say I lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous viral videos. Even if people are hating on you and shitting on you, that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So were
school.
we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
This is true.
How you doing, bro?
Nah, these niggas ain't shit. These niggas
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs. And they always have to be careful because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're gonna lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers. And you have a large following enough where there's enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now.
Then you just go through training and go get another job.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it. But how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check it
you're
out.
done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you, you need to build that over years and years and years and hours of trust and communication and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you. You don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, 3 million
Of course
subscribers.
not. It takes work for sure. But like what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it, and let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone who has a 9 to 5 has to do that.
I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so.
Yeah, that nigga don't do shit for real. But I mean, I'm just saying, bro, like I be getting it. But to me, it's like the same shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never in my life, like, 3 days of streaming with people actually chatting. Like if you look at my shit, that shit empty. I'm not doing shit right now. This shit was requiring zero effort to me sitting here and relaxing. Like about 2 hours ago when we actually had people in here and we was actually entertaining and doing shit, that little 3 hour segment, I mean we had 6 right now, that little 3 hour segment earlier had to be, that shit felt like 7 hours of work. Cause you're reading, you're locking in, also thinking about what you're saying, making sure you're not doing no dumb shit. I'm fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking over here, making sure the stream's running right, making sure everything's actually recording, making sure that's going. I'm looking at Twitch, YouTube, you know what I'm saying? TikTok, chat, all the same time. Niggas coming in talking dumb shit. I'm trying to make sure I'm keeping up with everybody. I'm trying to make sure I'm calling out all the followers, calling out the subs. That's just a lot of effort. I go to work, bro. It's 3 days out of the week. It's a hard day. Other than that, I might spend an hour on TikTok. I might spend an hour on TikTok. I might spend 30 minutes taking a shit in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like I might just be putting shit in files and folders, not even just trying to look busy. I might go and clean some shit because I'm like, damn, let me do this. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. Like any and every job. I've worked 1,000 jobs. So many fucking jobs, and every one of them, I have never ever, besides lawn care, ever worked a job where I got off and I was like, oh my god, every night I'm just fucking dead. I can't do anything. I'm so tired. Like never in my life. I started streaming, nigga. You can get off a stream, I be mentally fucking dead. I don't even want to I barely even want to open my mouth. I don't even want to talk to niggas. I don't want to do shit. If I got like, I'd be like, fuck, this shit it takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you. But again, that's just different shit. Different strokes for different folks. There's some people who do this shit. Like that nigga Kai, all them niggas who deal with like reading through 100 different things. Like think about all the energy it takes. Like, yeah, I might talk to 40 different people a day. But then imagine you on stream and you're talking to 100 different individuals. It may be 100 people chatting, but it's 750 people that have came in and out of the chat and like, you know what I'm saying, kept the number at 100 the whole time, blah, blah, blah. That like you're taking in all of these people's days, all of these people's energies, all of these people's thoughts, all of these people, everything. You know what I'm saying? It do be a lot, bro. It do be. You gotta understand. It be a lot sometimes.
I have to do that same
So
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, bro.
We have to-
You already know what you're doing.
We have to produce new shit every day.
For me in particular, to Silky's point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take
what I'm
years
saying?
to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could quick show.
I don't know if I had to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then I had to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So you're
with how many
constantly-
people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I was trick
Was
shotting-
it just you? Like
No. It
Okay.
was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
No.
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because a
years old.
bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
And
what
if
you-
it-
Nah, that's not really how it happened. I mean, to build the platform, I mean, kind of, that's how that happened. But it was more or less like, you know what I'm saying, some dudes who made the shit happen. But to keep it going now, it's, yes, a 9 to 5 job that people do. But for as far as a part of the YouTube stuff goes, the people who started, like when Adapt did and when all these other people did, it wasn't just like how it is now. Like anybody can upload a video and just get paid from just YouTube putting ads on it. Like you had to go out and get the bag. You know what I'm saying? You had to chase the bag. It wasn't on no shit like that.
Okay, so it didn't exist. You couldn't press play, you couldn't press record,
So the fact that
and
you
then
have
just talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on. Then
Yeah.
boom, there you go.
Right, but I also had to spend years earning my credentials and mastering.
And I did it.
Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
You can't do what I
You just want to get
do.
paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
I play video games in my spare time, but you're not creating anything and
my
making it as big as your
coming
perfecter
from
thing is.
A hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I ain't never in my life arguing with nobody that do hair, nails, makeup, cut hair. that shit different. That shit got to be like slavery. Them people who work in like RAs, like that kind of shit. Like imagine everything in life sucks when you wake up in the morning and then you go to your job and an old nigga shits himself and you got to clean him. I'll never in my life talk about what they got to do with their life. Okay, that's insane. A person who works in like construction and shit like that, nope. I'm leave you the fuck alone. Any type of construction, nigga. It could be the nigga that come in and put the light switches in, whatever. That shit count. That shit crazy. Plumbing, squeeze me, insane. Fuck all that. Trash niggas, insane. I'm a teacher. Fuck you. Like that shit don't require no effort at all. I know a bunch of useless ass teachers. That shit requires no effort whatsoever. Then you got what else we talk about? Male niggas, no effort. Mailmen, trash. I can't even think of other shit. Lawyers, that shit kind of hard. No cap. That shit kind of crazy. It depends on like what stage of a lawyer you're at, because there'd be a lot of useless niggas out there too in that profession as well. It's a lot of useless people that make content too. It's just different strokes for different folks, man.
Physicality. You guys
I know how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone.
We don't know.
Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies. You have to haul it around, get up early in the morning. You stand on your feet all day. You never sit down.
I hear you.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
Hairdresser.
Can I talk?
I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, certain hairdressers, I respect the good ones. This bitch right here, she on drugs.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your job isn't dangerous.
So
your job
is-
isn't
your thing
physically
is
taxing. You're just talking into a
So
microphone.
listen. So your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No,
physical.
but
I'm saying that a 9-to-5 job where you physically have to do some hauling around stuff.
So
and
I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage. You can't.
man.
No one in here. Come on, man. None of you could.
carry
some could physically
and you have
go
to do that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually, yes.
You're thinking of 4 days they had a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days they had a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have to do
that. And then your day is never done. When you're done doing that, is your job done?
No, because I gotta go and
shopping
edit.
and replace all of the things that you use.
No. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen,
all of
Vicky,
your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You
done.
don't know about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When
Can
you're done, you're
imagine
done.
these things?
Oh my God, disable resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling and resample.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlying argument here is what you do is physically
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so how many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours a day do you trick shot? How many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long
day,
I needed
12 hours a day
However
trick
long I
shotting?
needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 1010. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down. I gotta have my rotations.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zones.
Stick drip.
Stick drip.
The thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTube.
This nigga said, throw the concussion. Gotta have my rotations on. I gotta get to last. I gotta make sure that he's in the right spot. Bro, I love these niggas, man. This shit is so good. Adapt is
that are doing
different,
something
bro.
physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could walk around IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
They're laughing. That's happened recently.
I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost decapitated
quoted
him
his
when he
thoughts.
Yeah.
Silky is a high energy IRL GTA streamer. Okay, come on. Big Silk. Come on, Auntie.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children.
So
I have been an executive secretary, legal.
very quiet, peaceful.
Yes, yes, all that, you know, because it's who you are that you know, we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
What?
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
So wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video who
Yes.
save lives every
Yes.
day, probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You do? There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out to the clubs at night, staying out till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can
It might not be more than doctors. That's kind of wilding. There's no might. It definitely is. He's wilding.
But I'm saying it's like you
there's
guys
a certain amount of people who do have people in their audiences that
people
are there and
like
stay there, and
this.
they come for a laugh, and it keeps them from doing dumb things in their lives.
You go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that
drunk,
your choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
screen. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You
What do you
chose that. You chose this
No,
life.
that's the thing. We can't. We
And
can't
that's
do
what's
what you
happening
do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9-to-5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
We deal with
souls,
people too.
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many bands we meet a day?
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I
any
think-
entertainment?
Oh my
Of
God.
course I watch
So do you
entertainment. I
ever-
got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I laugh.
So then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make you
real.
feel better?
When I'm
Did it
watching
make you- wait, did it make you feel better?
What make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends- It
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained
on
and been
what's
like,
coming.
oh, I feel good?
Some of it is
I got a
fake.
finger right now.
Some of it is fake.
You see, you're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer because I'm debating him.
Okay, yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now. Go
all
ahead.
right, come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
I'm a very social. I'm a very social.
She really not
person.
helping.
I'm very.
I thought
popular
Auntie was
in
gonna
where I
spit,
do and where I
but she
am.
not spitting at
I
all.
do social media.
I'm saying what we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, "Oh my God, wait, I loved your videos growing up. You were my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking,
day.
their hands shaking.
Like you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel.
Yep.
I've had
Ben
kids come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life. Have kids come up to me and say these things. So
Okay.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on, bro. Life's easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day, bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the
My
most
mom
difficult
was.
shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your
loves
mom
it.
and say that your work is harder?
She tells me
That is
it's easy.
so rude,
Because
honestly.
she works 2 of them.
Okay,
She works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She could work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect. No disrespect, but
It's
what
mad
you
easy.
do,
She could work at
I'm
2.
not your target audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said. You don't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get
single
judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions because I worked at Costco's?
Yeah, Will.
Yeah, well.
okay.
I didn't have to interact with nobody, just packing meat.
Yeah, well.
Come on, bro.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But
You on his diesel.
On the pipe.
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
no.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
That was sarcasm and you didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No, listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them. Let him stay.
They have no
You
idea
gonna say this,
what
right?
that flag
But you
means.
still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now I wake up, I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So
yeah.
you don't-
You know what I'm saying?
See him.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face.
Chopped. Silky
right?
got fat.
Now I have to game Marvel Rivals for probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I can just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we could just scrubble
Guess
something
what?
around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m., I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
You know what's crazy?
My mind
8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work.
You already did my ear?
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
I don't know this.
He'll hang himself.
Basically,
That was a
you're
little
talking
racist.
yourself into
It
a hole,
wasn't.
man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a rope.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist? There's no social cues. Oh, you're back?
Babe, I want you to say to you.
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said,
I'm an
you
introvert.
said.
I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
And that's okay. But
I
what
definitely hate
is
niggas.
it that you're
Hate
doing
niggas.
that's helping other people?
Hey,
What am I
people.
doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
Jason gonna say some crazy shit.
Uh-oh, here you go.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
You look great. You look
That's
great.
right. I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck.
I think streaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public eye and how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question. again,
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her. And
I'm
you're
trying to figure his
my
argument out
question
right now.
again.
Jason
my
walking himself
question,
into a hole. It's
if
like
you
a.
think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you love it. You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to
so
do.
you lost
with
the
streaming.
human touch.
But guess what? If I had a
You
9 to 5,
lost the human
if I
touch
was flipping burgers,
for-
I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But,
two, three.
okay, and then back to my point, Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
But that's not the point, though. The point
No,
is,
that's my point. That's my point.
streaming
Yeah,
is
but
harder.
that's not the point of the fucking argument.
You
If we
gave
say
up
that,
your
then it's just
girlfriend for
dead.
streaming. Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He ran up a bag.
He
did it for a bag.
But the thing is, it comes to a point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
something that I
future
love?
For something that I'm passionate about, and motion. I pick motion.
I pick motion. I needed that motion, twin. Tell him, Jason. Tell him. Because it's your bitch today and somebody else's bitch tomorrow. No cap.
Thank you.
No cap.
I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an
I like that.
opportunity to get a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes,
Because why?
because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this side.
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of. I started.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck. Yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
give it-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if
Baby, stop.
thousands of you
Honey.
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your father
It's gone.
would stop, would you come up with a
It's gone.
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
Gotta understand what niggas are saying. Okay.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model, but
Okay.
I've worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more stop than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is you
Wait,
get
in 2025, roughly 0.4 to 0.42% of Americans are likely to be licensed practicing attorney, equivalent to about 1 in every 240 people. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. I'm not gonna lie. To compare to be like their level of streaming like good, because I mean, there's a lot of people out here, bro, that have like you can survive on. Like what I have right now, I couldn't survive off of. Like if I got it up to like 500, I could technically, if I lived like a life where all I needed was like ramen and all I did was stream and sit on here, I could pay for rent. Cause like what, 145. I think my check from Twitch will be like 345. So if I had that, if I had like 9 to 14, if I had like 1400, so that'd be what, like. Holy shit. Okay, never mind. If I was anywhere at like 1,000, if I was at like, because I would still need like, I need like 35. You would need like 35 to like 4,500 to like survive. I feel like. Because if you had to pay rent, like right now, my rent's like 1,400. So if you was paying rent plus other shit, okay, because you got water, got electric, holy shit. Okay, so. Okay, yeah, so you would need like, that's like 2,100 in bills. Oh my God. Okay, so never mind. Holy shit. Okay, you couldn't, never mind. You would need like 2,000 subs. You would need, you probably need, no, because that would be, holy shit, no, because that'd be a lot. You would need like 1,200 subs. You would need like 1,200 subs to live like comfortably, I think. Not comfortably, but like to live the life of like a person that works a 9 to 5, right? Because that would be like, oh my God, calculator. What would that be? Because like the thing about the subs is like it's different everywhere. So like even with me, like some of the people will subscribe from like fucking Scotland and shit, and their shit will be like $3, but like a nigga from America or whatever, their shit will be like $6. Like it should just be different. Okay, so like say if I needed 1,000, if I was at 1,000 subs. And if I'm getting what I'm getting right now, which is like 325, like basically like half of what a regular sub would be if it was like $7.99, but like a little bit less than half. So it's really like $2.99. You know what I'm saying? That shit would be $29.90, taxes and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say it's like $2,600. That's not. So you would need like 2,000 subs for real, 2,000. But if I'm getting 2,000 subs, I'm gonna get a better split from Twitch, and it's gonna be like $3.99 probably. So it'll be like 70. See, that's where it's crazy. Like 79, like that's a beyond livable fucking wage, especially depending on where you live. 79 is cool because 2,500 to 2,900 is like pretty much that can account for rent and a feasible place to live anywhere. I feel like in the world, that's a decent amount of money. Even in like New York, you could find a place for that amount of money. So yeah, and then you would have a leftover amount of like $3K. Yeah, you would be chilling. So yeah, I say like 1,500, like 12 to 1,500 subs, you'd be good in life. If you didn't want to do anything more than just like, you know what I'm saying, live like that, because you would even have enough money to save and like travel. You would have enough bread for sure. You would be able to save, I would say, at least $500 to $1,000, because you would have an extra $3K a month after bills. And that's just. And if you're streaming with that many viewers, with that many subs, that means you're definitely making some money on either YouTube or something like TikTok, or even like a Snapchat or something like that. So, or Facebook posting clips. Yeah, nigga, you're chilling. You're making at least a good 10 racks.
Just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky. There are so many people like you out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck.
Everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No. But
So many.
no. But specifically, what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. You know, it's basically all pure talent.
Wait,
Okay.
Can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like.
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I
camera.
was 16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
You weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life, like what should I study, what should I like, where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
Yeah, no.
That's what we do too. We go to
it
school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think, people who don't have a job, they feel they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss all of his hard work and all of his talent?
Is he the best?
I got four.
No.
Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
so that's not luck. That's
like
pure.
less than
That's pure
1%.
skill.
So you're dismissing.
Tight
Is
shit,
Michael
nigga.
Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean, they have a talent. They have a talent.
So what
you
do
know how
you
many
do?
talented
Oh my
people out there
God.
don't get the chance. They don't.
Like, I think what people don't understand is like the way that you make an argument is 100% like that. That is everything. You know what I'm saying? And the way that they're choosing to make the argument is bad. And that's how I feel like the reason why that's why this is such a good. You know how like some things just go like I think it's the same thing as like when they have like the people who like sit down and they talk about what do you call it like politics and shit, and they do the flag, like the videos what these are kind of about, or what this style of video like kind of comes from, and like they debate topics or whatever, like everybody like leads with like an anger or something like that. So then the person in the chair who's like super calm, or whoever's actually like really calm in the argument and actually comes with some type of like real factual information, they're the ones who like make the better effect or whatever in the argument. But then it's just I don't know, man. We're arguing semantics here, but this shit is ass.
Don't get the shot at it.
I don't want to take up his time, so he's not
Like you could never model. You could a model. Come on, bro.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at all.
what you just said.
You just
No.
said.
What he did to
I
get to
said
where
a
he
lot
is.
of people are talented don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. It was I did it off the strength of me. There was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply was. You dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing?
Why they laughing, bro?
It's not luck. I've been doing this for 13 years. I uploaded 3,000 videos. 2,000 was I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
And yeah,
So that's not. I mean, if that's fucking, if that's luck,
Where's the luck at in that equation?
Again.
is there a percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But
God bless.
off of specifically pure talent. And I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking in general. And there's so many people that are very talented never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right
Yeah, they don't
people.
put the fucking
So
effort
there's
in,
so many
bitch.
even
And
talented
the
actors
nigga,
here.
the
They
reason
never
why
get
he
a
got
shot.
the
So I'm
shot
just
is
saying
because he
it's
put the
pure
effort
luck.
in.
It wasn't luck.
You just
I just saw an
said that
opportunity.
they
and
didn't
just
do what they
genuinely
were
took
supposed
it.
to do. They
It
didn't
wasn't
take
a
the right
handout.
path. She just
It was
literally,
simply just,
she's
I'm
literally giving
I'm
away
talented
her
at Call
own
of Duty. This
argument.
is
This
what I
bitch
wanna
is
do.
stupid.
It took me 8 years to make it a career.
This bitch is an
Is
idiot.
something funny?
It's a freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Exactly, that's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop on a game and do what I do.
You couldn't do it.
That's a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
Some people
Your
can't.
son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. The bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again.
Wow.
I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here, because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not like.
You don't think
you're a cafeteria worker.
Ooh, I can't argue that because
y'all could never play FNCS either. It's the same shit.
I gotta keep it a buck. There's a disconnect. You come from a generation where this didn't exist. This career. You looked at this career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports?
Oh.
When you grew up, this didn't exist. So no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit, because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around it.
Oh.
And it's fun. But it's like, again, it's
you gotta fight back. You gotta fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
You gotta fight back.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to meet you.
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security. Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking it back
Yeah,
to
and then there's fucking 30,000 other
being-
jobs
what?
going and
What
doing
What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
The same way you can do if you get laid off. You get a
Yeah,
new
that's
job.
it's kind of is it not the same concept? Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know,
and then what? They failed.
You just get another one.
Failed, and then they had to go back and do something else.
Search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months.
Well, you're
interview
trash.
every day, give the same spiel.
That bitch is dumb, dog. If it takes you more than 2 weeks to find a job, you're fucking trash. You're fucking trash. You don't have the skills to get the fucking job, and you need to do better and realize how you can do better. You need to ask for help, you stupid bitch. If it takes you more than 2 weeks, that means you're not qualified, as well as you don't have the experience to do the job that you're applying for. There's nobody in this world that is actively seeking a fucking job that can't get a job in 2 weeks. You're a fucking idiot. Everyone who believes that is a fucking idiot. If you are trying to get a job in a position where you are learning that after 2 weeks, nobody's calling you back, you're not getting no emails. If somebody has a job position available, they're actively calling and scheduling interviews for that job. You are not qualified, or you do not have the fucking time in to be able to do that. AKA, you're not qualified, the same thing, but you're trash. Get your fucking life together. The reason why you are not successful in this world is because you're sitting on your ass pretending to be searching for a job while also coming and doing these types of things. She's in here, and what is this? What is this right now? How did you find this out, but you can't get a job? Explain to me what this counts as, because you got paid to come here today. So you searched up something, filled something out, and got accepted for it. You see how fast that was? The same thing you can do if you put in a fucking good resume and go for a position that you're actually qualified for. You fucking trash can. That shit is horrible. I hate when people say that dumb shit. That is the worst excuse in history.
I'll have to give that smile of walking through my resume.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And you uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views?
Went to school and still...
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job?
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder?
Then what?
Than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good at your job.
He's waiting for...
When cars park, they're done. Like, it doesn't...
Okay.
I don't have to...
Well,
I'm not security.
That's
I go like this. I go like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with,
But people
my next.
millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think you're a Mozart, that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo.
She an idiot, because if you actually look into this shit, bro, there are niggas who like never touched a game in their life and they pick that shit up, bro, and they just snapping on niggas. Never touched that style, but of course, like, it comes because, like, say you play this shooter and then you switch over to this shit, like, it's just a different world, bro. There are people out here who are actually gifted in that shit, bro. Like the niggas who, when the cycle of like YouTube stages happens, like, look at that nigga Tyler 1, bro. That nigga Tyler 1 is a gifted nigga, and by gifted, it's not necessarily gifted in video games, but it's gifted in like the drive and having the fucking like, do you know what it takes to sit down? And the fact that this nigga went from playing League of Legends to chess and then mastered that shit, like literally was competing with niggas that have been playing their whole fucking life, and in like 2 months he picked that shit up and started whooping niggas ass, and all that comes from sitting down for fucking 14 hours. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of people who can sit down and do something for 14 hours, but they don't become baby Jesus. It doesn't happen. But there's other niggas who can do that in multiple things in life. And that, whenever you can do it in multiple things, that's when that shit is really locked in. That shit is in your fucking soil, nigga. That shit is a fucking a gift from baby Jesus. That's Mozart shit, nigga, like 100%.
I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
They have their opposable thumbs like so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
Yeah,
It's like, what?
Saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
You couldn't.
Win it.
You couldn't. You
Perhaps.
couldn't. You couldn't. You couldn't.
You wouldn't qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even
qualify?
find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it, but
So like,
So you just said you just called it work.
He does. You're just dismissing. Like,
I'm not
oh, it's
dismissing. I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
Skill, it's not a talent.
I said it's a skill. I didn't say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you can own.
how do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like, if you
I've
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level, though.
No, not a professional level, because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
But what you're
so,
trying
but
to
you don't
pursue, you
understand
can't
what it
even
takes to be
pursue
on-
it. What you're trying to do in life, you fucking suck at, bitch. For 11 months, you couldn't even do your job. You're not doing it. You're not even trying to pursue it. What are you talking about? If it's not happening, you're not trying, bitch. Like, what are you talking about?
That sort of level. So how can you try to dismiss it and say it's yours is harder?
What
How
does
do you
it-
know?
what
But how
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked a 9 to 5.
Yeah. What does it take to be on that level?
Nigga, it takes 10 to 12 hours a day of sitting down and getting to it, bro. Then after that, it takes 2 to 3 hours of studying what you did and figuring out how you can do it better the next day. And then it comes to, now you got to take care of yourself, spend time with family, go to sleep, wake up and repeat and do the same thing. And you do that shit for fucking 9 years straight. The same thing, the same things that make you great in other aspects of life. The niggas that are good at video games and good at that shit, it's like it doesn't take the same physicality. Like, it's the levels of physicality of course is completely different. It's like when niggas try to debate like being a programmer to being like a professional NBA player, like at the level of like when you talk about like competing, it's like the same thing. But when you talk about like the physical aspect of it, of course it's not the fucking same thing, because putting that much damage on your body and then still being able to perform every day with the damage on top of that is a lot. But sitting down, damaging your eyes, people will say shit like that, or like your wrist. Some niggas get carpal tunnel after a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? See, again, I already made an argument for it. Now I'm going back on what I said. But listen, I'm smacked. Let's get back to what we're talking about. It's 4 a.m.
You got to play all the time.
Tens of thousands of hours
What up,
of
Boopy?
work, and editing, and filming, and constantly
I'm just
having
talking about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You
I
couldn't.
can also I can circle back and give you
know how to
different
short launch
terms
pad?
from
When
my
you're trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving, do you know how to short?
No,
launch
I
pad?
don't, but if I want.
You couldn't, but Excel sheet, we could do Excel sheet.
No, but exactly. I
They're just talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you wanted to, you would.
If us four took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh.
But let me give you, if I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?
If I wanted to, I would.
So let's pay for her, whatever it is. Give you 3 days, but if you lose, you got to give us it back in double.
No, that's not how the job works. You pay me, I'll get the job done.
Trash. That's why you ain't even willing to bet on yourself. Your ass.
I would say, in a sense,
if you can't bet on your fucking life, nigga, your ass. If you can't bet on you, your ass.
Yes, because you have to put in the work, and you got to be on 24/7.
It's difficult to answer that question for us, I think, because we didn't come up in this time frame, in this era. And technology is totally different now, because we were just talking about playing tic-tac-toe on the sidewalk with chalk. I appreciate and respect what they do, and I think that's the consensus for most of us, that we appreciate and respect where they are. Yeah. But it's not, what we did was, we just feel like what we did was harder. And that's what I think.
So my mind was changed in the sense that now I'm even more convinced that normal jobs are harder.
You niggas ain't shit.